How's it going, everybody? Welcome back again into my single player world, where in our last episode, we left off with an extreme amount of chaos. And today what we are going to do is we're going to get a grip on that, get it fixed up. And in fact, I've made a solid move to fixing this stuff in between the last two episodes. So how about we go ahead and check out what's been going on and what we got going on for today's episode as well. So if you did not notice when we were up over there just a second ago, I have gone ahead and put this road in, and I'm very, very happy with it. In fact, I probably should have taken a few more seconds to show you guys this, but we're going to go over it anyway. Trust me, this road will be seen multiple times this episode, so fear not. It's actually pretty cool as far as roads are concerned. But in our last episode, we left off with the planning of our area right here, the main roads coming from here into the future city, which you just got to imagine, towers and stuff in that direction there. So what I want to do today is I want to go ahead and walk up this path, which, as I say, we're going to see it. It's not a path, it's a road. As we see it over here, bam, it exists, and we can build around it. And what I want to do is I want to get this area here filled in with a wall, that area there filled in with houses, and get it looking like it should be complete. Like, it just has to feel like it's homely and complete. That's all I want to do, and that's what we're going to get up to today. So for starters, I want to kick things off with a brand new wall in here. Of course, it's not just going to be a plain wall. It's 3 blocks wide over here, so we've got a lot of room to work with. And I want to just get some, like, just something to fill in this area, because of course that's the lazy way to do it, but it's the good way to do it because not everything has to be a center of attention. So that's the first one. Get a wall in there. And then over here, this is where the center of attention is going to come from. So picture this. We're in the docks. We say, everything's looking good. Walk around here. We've got this area. This is what we're going to be looking at immediately. We'll have something over here. Don't worry, I've planned that out. It's going to be awesome. But as we come up this road, we're going to walk straight here, and our attention is going to be occupied by whatever is here. Not the wall that we're putting in the beginning, this over here. And I've got the idea of maybe, just maybe, which is the plan, putting in houses over here. So by maybe, I mean most certainly, because that's what I've planned, and I'm not changing my plans anytime soon. But we have a beautiful house into the wall here, and another one in over here. And the best that I could describe it would be probably something in concept similar to the houses of the village of Spiritwood that we had at the very beginning of our series. That one all the way out that way. That's the best way I could describe it, where the houses are taken up by the hill. I've been blabbing on for a bit too long, so how about we just get a bit of this wall in, and then we can start actually making cool things. Here we go. We've got some pieces in here for us to work from. These are going to be the pillars that are going to be holding up this wall that's retaining whatever this road is up here. So picture this as what is holding up that from it just becoming a landslide down this hill. And while we're busy with this, because this is just going to be, it's going to be a simple wall that we're going to do here. We're just going to put these in, and then we will put some stripped spruce in, and that should work quite well to make it look like it's a solid retaining wall. And then of course, if we want to work our way from there, we can always work our way backwards. So that's what I'm thinking right there. Now, the reason why I want to focus on this area, because I didn't actually say why this area is super important, but this, and next episode, I think, this here we'll get onto. And the reason why these few pieces are so important is because we are very, very quickly approaching episode 100. And episode 100 is the main tour episode, first of all. And second of all, it's also where I think we will leave this area and move on to a new project, because I've kind of found myself with this project, at least, feeling like it's taking a bit long in terms of making a video for it. Not in terms of entertainment for me. I certainly love this area, and I think this is probably going to be one of the coolest areas of our city, because we've got so much we can do with it. We can have the ship, we can have stuff going on around the ship. It could be an extremely busy area, and that is a very cool thing. But in terms of making many videos on it, it does tend to kind of be a bit more monotonous, and I would like to change that. So, of course, switching it up a little bit, maybe just a few different builds, a few different things around the areas, I think are going to be a good thing to change at. And of course, episode 100 seems like a logical point where we can start getting in a few different projects. You know, we can make up some weird ideas, and I've got a whole bunch of stuff that I do want to get into. So that's why getting these little things in here are super important. And I think we've definitely, we're running on time at least, to be able to complete all these things. So I think we'll be all right. So here's my plan right here. Get this wall textured, And then what we want to do is we want to add in, and I won't add this in because I'll show you what I've got in my mind. I want to add in a little bit of a garden at the top here. And that's just going to be a thing to fill the space, of course. So let's head on up around here. So right around here, this is where I want to get the grass, and we'll just put in a bit of grass. In fact, we'll probably put in one of those guys in there, and then we'll get the grass in. So I want to add in grass around here, and it will probably look a little bit weird at first, and we'll just work our way into it. So we'll maybe do something like this. This is dropping down a bit, so we'll go in a little bit like that. And what I want to do is I want to make it look like there's a garden on the top here, and it's just what's really separating the void area in between these. So if we go there and a little bit in there, remove that one. Yeah, it doesn't look as silly. Oops, when I do that, I look silly, but like it doesn't look as silly just seeing it like that. It's kind of flat, kind of a little bit boring looking, but we'll fix that up. So spruce, leaves, peonies, alliums, cornflowers, and I actually wanted to get some azure bluettes in there, which is in fact the this is my, what would you call it? The ground palette for that area over there. But of course we don't have access to a flower farm just yet. So I've got to go manually harvest those from a flower forest or something at some stage. And eventually, of course, as I say, we've got all the new projects coming up in the post episode 100 stuff. So I think that's where we could probably get into making a little flower farm for some of these things. And of course, flower farms can be a bit weird. But if we know what we're going for, we can certainly make a good enough farm for it. So let's just put a few of those. I may put in some lilies of the valley just to fix it up, but yeah, you know what? Simple build. It's just a simple wall. We don't have to go too crazy. So something like that. No flowers, please. Good. And the last things, these are things that I've been doing recently. These here, like that and that. Yeah, you know what? I am happy with this very simple wall to kick off the episode. So I'll just get the rest of that in. And then what I'm thinking we'll do is we'll get in from here to our brand new houses. And this is going to be, as I say, the center of focus where we could really feel good about what we built this episode. Because if I finished off with the wall like this, of course, well, we're only starting. I'd feel pretty bad because I feel like I've really held back. So cool looking houses over here. Still to come. Just before we get into the next bit of stuff that I want to get done, I want to show you guys what this area is starting to look like. Because of course we finished this. Last episode I introduced you to some of our trees in this forest that's going up over here, which eventually should look like that. If you missed that episode, of course, you'll know what we're talking about now. So I want this forest over here to eventually be full like that there. And I've managed to add in, I think, 5 extra trees since the last episode. Because of course I want to do tree by tree. So like 5 trees an episode. I'll feel good about that being complete. So that's what it's starting to look like. Getting a little bit more dense. And in fact, actually, this is a, oops, apparently haven't lit up the area below us. But if I have a look over here, you see how that just looks super thick. We can see just leaves over there, leaves over here. It'll feel like a really dense forest. And of course, that's the plan for this in the future. And I think we're getting started with that. You know what? I've got some torches. Here we go. I'm just going to go fix this guy up. And then we'll be back on the other side of the other side of the world. I am back here now, and we've completed all of this here. And if you just take a step back and look at that, that is looking mighty fine for something, as I say, sort of simple and a little bit lazy in a weird way for me, because I've done this so many times, but it's just so useful just to fill in the gap. And if you have a look at it from the top, it's actually looking pretty good as well. Now, I did end up getting that zombie, might I add. But I forgot to put a torch down by the time I got out of it. I got all the way back here and realized I haven't lit up the area, which was super silly of me. But let's have a look at that there. Wonderful right there. I like that so much. So the next thing which we have to do, and this is the main thing, as I say, I've mentioned a few times, getting in the piece over here. It's really filling this area out. That's what we want to do. We don't care about what's inside of it yet. All we care about is the front of this here. You can kind of picture it like you know, like a movie set where the fronts of the buildings are literally just fronts of the building. Hello? You trying to mess up my What? What a shot. Okay, in the air. Boom, back at you. And, oh, no smite on this axe. Ooh, okay. Let's just carry on with this. All right, can I actually make this jump? Yes, perfect. All right, so where was I before this darn skelly interrupted me? Ah, yes. A movie like not it does. I might have said a movie set. Did I say movie set? Maybe I said theater. I don't know what was going through my head, but a movie set. If I got it right, don't worry, I'm fine. But yeah, I want to do it like a movie set where the fronts are really just there. They fake. They just look good from the outside. And then in the future, what we'll get to is perhaps putting in a proper house in here, or maybe whatever it ends up being. We'll end up putting it in there. So here we go. This is what I'm thinking. We do something like this, like that, and in fact, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we could do that, and then we'll just do it 7. I didn't want to go too much higher than what this is, which is 6 blocks, but 7 could work. Because over here, right around here, we can go up and put a little bit of a roof, the slope of the roof connecting up to where this is. And of course, the orange will be gone, and we can just pull that roof up to here. And that'll allow us to fill up the front, obviously, and also a bit more of the side for however deep we want to go in here. So it's actually going to work out quite good. And I've picked an interesting little block choice, which is a bit more of this red nether brick, which worked super well all the way back on the other side of, well, not too far away, but on the other side over there. So I'm very happy with the way that turned out. Now, the plan is we want to get in a window and a few things in the front here. So let's get that stuff in. And I think that will be a good start for us. So can we just pillar up over there? And for it, what we need to do is use my super sneaky trick of getting good looking windows that don't show off that you've actually done nothing on the inside of the house, because of course nothing's going to be in here for a while. So if we just put these two here, these 2 sea lanterns, we do that, and we'll go 1 up as well because I need to finish it off properly before I go back down. Something like this. This is one of my favorite little tricks that I've picked up reasonably recently in the past few years, I guess, of building. But look at that. So as you go past there, you hardly notice the blue, and even if you do, it's not even that noticeable as you go past like that. Look at that. It works so well, as if you've got a house with the light coming out of it. I think it works really good. So we could do something like that, maybe over here. 1, 2, did I do 2 on both sides? Yeah, I did 2 on both sides, good. So we'll do that there, and we'll kind of push this wall in so it looks a little bit further in from that side. And then we can also go up here. And this is what I'm thinking. This could work. This could actually backfire pretty badly on me right now. And that is, I want to go ahead and do something like this, that, and put in a few of these. So we're going to push this in 1 more block, which is what I'm thinking may be a bad idea. So if we do that, and 1 and 2, like this, doesn't look too far in. No, I actually think that works all right. So I thought maybe going there might ruin it, but the fact that we've gone very flat in the front means we can push 1 back. So that's going to work out quite well. And this is actually surprisingly quick. I didn't expect. I was planning on just doing a little bit of this and then going back and finishing it all off away from here, but I think we might as well just go for it. Let's just see what we can do, what we can come up with here. So for this, I was thinking a little bit of a roof like this, there. Yep, fall off. I try and do things too quick. You know, that's exactly what happens. It's one of those things that just happened to me where I'm like, oh yeah, I'll do this super fast and I'll finish it up quickly. And it's one of those things I can do every time when I'm not recording anything. But as soon as you say like, hey, come look at this cool thing I can do, jump around and not fall off things, I do it every time. I just can't believe it. All right, there we go. Don't fall off. Concentrate, concentrate. Get the last few blocks in and bam. Yeah, that's good. So here is what I think we do. Grab those, there, put the wall in, and then we get ourselves a neat little roof going up that way. I'm very happy with that. Super basic, but I think it'll work. We'll fill in that gap there with something as well. But as far as this is concerned, a little pop of color, because the orange is going to be gone, the little pop of color is not a bad idea at all, actually. So let's just get a few more of these little bits over here. I don't know why I'm putting stuff in my crafting grid. I'm a little bit lost. Can I just do that there, jump over, and we'll just put a few of these guys in, which should improve the look of this entirely. Actually, I'll just keep that there. So we go strip, and maybe 1 more down there. So this should make it look a little bit more neat. Well, or fit in a little bit better. Yeah, that's good. All right, so this one I'm happy with. I'm just going to put something in here. Now, the other one, because I feel like the one that I said was going to be the under the tower one, needs to go a little bit higher And there is a good reason for that. The first one is, of course, there's going to be a tower above it, so we may as well go a little bit higher over there. And the other thing is that we need this roof to connect into it, because I don't have enough red, and also I think it would look quite good if the roof just connected into it, and then this building sort of took over from where this one was. So that is what I'm going to get up to. I'm just going to slap down a few blocks and let's see what happens. So I've come up with a plan for this one, and you can see the blocks we've thrown together stick this out just a little bit like that. And let's see what we can come up with this. I think, as I said, I think I've got a plan. I want to first just quickly do this. Let me just put in a little doormat so we know where we're getting started, because this, we can't do, if I did a house without a door, I need a house with a door if I want to get away with it. Like, this could be part of the same one, but I just won't answer that question until I eventually get to what I want that door to, well, what I want that house to be. So for now, it's a doorless house, and I need to make sure I have at least one that has a door. In fact, if I'm going to put in, because I want to get this textured from the beginning. So for instance, how we did all those there with the cool texture from the stripped oak, I want to put in the stripped spruce, or I keep saying spruce for birch, the stripped birch in the beginning here, and I need to do this one. And the important thing of this is that it has a nice edge on the side, whereas if I just did a normal log to the side, it's just not going to cut it. So something like that. And since I've got one of these, I'll just make full use of it, and we'll put another one in around there, strip it, and then we'll just go for normal ones around here. So this is where we could get a little bit more interesting with this as we go up. So first layer done. As far as getting detail in this, because always, you know, if you're trying to learn to build, people always say detail and all these sorts of things, depth and stuff. But as far as what we've got a pretty good one here with a door and 2 blocks on either side. Like that's more than enough going on at the bottom there. And this is where I think we could go another layer. So the next phase, so to speak, could be going up here, and we'll put in these. We'll put in another one of these, because why not? Actually, is that the right orientation? Yes. As long as... oh, oops, I'll just get rid of this one. As long as this texture is going in that direction, I'm happy. But it's not even going to be too important considering what I'm about to do. Although it'll be good for me just to feel like I've actually finished it properly. So what I want to do here is we want to put in a window, but we'll put in one of these, bam, bam. And again here, and this is why it became reasonably... oh, oops, that didn't work. This is why it became reasonably useless, because of course this is going to be blocking it, however you will see it from the side there. So these windows, and then we'll do another one of the same old modern day Jansey windows, where we just go up 1, 2, and again there, and oh, I don't think I'll do it until I'm all the way out of here. So we'll just quickly go here, there, and there. So one of these windows where we just go up there. And where's my spruce? Oh, actually, I didn't think about this. We have to fill up those gaps. So let's check what this does. If this little bit of a change makes a good difference. I have a suspicion that I should really not do these. And I'll tell you why. When I have this like this, look how deep that is. I think having it cut out over here could look quite good. So let's just put in a full block there, and once we're on the ground, it should look a little bit more reasonable, I think. Man, okay, I didn't expect it to look as good as that. That's actually really good. I'm very happy with that. So what we can do now, because of course, as I say, like, detail at the bottom, detail in the middle, a bit more in the middle actually is not a bad idea. Now what I want to do is go up to the top here, and for that, I think we could maybe go into a bit more of the stone and stuff, or alternatively, we could even use some more of the birch, considering we're not using too much birch around there. You know, like we got this, nothing, and then we can go birch again. We could get away with it, but let's just see how we go. All right, so it's actually quite convenient because over here, I'll just get rid of these for now. We can always put them back if we want to. I had the stairs in here. Remember, that was that one I just went back for the stairs. But considering we didn't do that, I could actually put these in. And if I had actually left the stair block in, we would have had to keep it birch, considering the little bottom little nub of the stair there would have been hidden. So, well, would have been exposed. So that's good. We kind of unexpectedly got it right. I guess I'll take it. You know what? I'll take anything that I get right without actually planning it. So 99% of my world practically is unplanned. So let's just do something like that and a basic block, and then maybe just using, yeah, we'll use these. We'll just do a similar sort of thing where we've got the slab, making a nice little curve to it. Same again there, get rid of that one, and be smart and end a pearl over because that's the correct way to do it. Hey, that is actually very good. See, just a few little simple ones has made a good difference there. So all that's really waiting here is the garden. I'm actually honestly very happy. I'm not even going to touch these again. They're working. Like that and that looks spot on. We might just have to fix up that one block there, which it's not a big deal. We can actually probably fix it up with a full block considering it's pulling into there. But man, I'm very, very happy with this. The only few things that we need to fix up, of course, as I say, that block, we need to fill up this area with, I don't know, maybe we might be better off waiting before we do, but I'm guessing a garden again. Surprise, surprise. It's my go-to, but they're so good at just filling up the gaps. But yeah, look at that. When that's done, we'll also get that working. Super good. I'm very happy. So short of me starting a new project, I think what we'll have to do is say that this one is complete and looking good. I've also got the garden in, got a little lamp in, and of course now we just got a whole bunch of filling in of gaps like that there. And you know what? It's gonna look fine, and I'm happy with this area. And we're one step closer to getting this area completed, and I can finally move on to our next big challenge. But of course for today, without, as I say, me starting a whole new thing, we will call that an episode. So thank you so much for joining me here today. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will catch you guys in the next one.